This is Carl at National RV Detroit, and I'm going to walk you through this 2019 Autumn Ridge. Let's see what we've got here. A 282 bunkhouse. It is a Starcraft outfitter. Alright, so let me put this back up here. So I'm on the door side of the trailer at the rear. And you have a regular scissor type stabilizer jacks, one in each corner. You come up, you get a crank with it, a 3/4 inch crank. You can also use a 3/4 inch socket on the end of a drill, whatever you choose. Alright, you've got a refrigerator with some sink and drain here. Power awning with LED lights. Back here, just so you know, on the corner here, there's a quick connect. Here, let me show you this way. Right here. This is an LP quick connect, so you can hook up an appliance, a grill, or whatever you've got to hook up there. Alright, this is the exterior of your water heater here. The controls to operate are inside the trailer. I just want to show you that this is where it drains right here. So this is the drain plug, just so you know. Okay. You never ever light it or turn it on without water in the tank. So you always have to make sure that there's water in the tank. You'd hook up your city water, you turn on your hot water, let's say at the kitchen sink. If it's empty, it'll just be spitting out air, and then as it fills, air and water mixture till you get to the point where solid water comes out. That's when you know it's full. Okay, that's the service panel for your refrigerator. That's the furnace vent. Now this is the fill for your fresh water tank. You have an onboard fresh water tank. 9 times out of 10 you're going to be getting city water hookup, which is on the other side of the trailer. I'll show you that when we get there, but you're going to hook up the city water and you're ready to go. But if you don't have plumbing on the campsite, there's no city water, so you would pre-fill your fresh water tank and use the onboard pump to pump the water. So you can use it either way. Okay? That's just some power there. This is the vent for your range hood, the exterior vent right there. Keep in mind there's a baffle inside here, and it'll flap freely. If you're venting, you're going to have that flap freely. If you're not running the vent fan, then you just keep it shut. Okay, this little hookup here is just for a solar battery charger. If you were to purchase one, you can plug it right in there and it'll just charge your battery. It doesn't run the trailer, it just charges the battery. Okay, this is your hitch. Husky centerline, weight distribution hitch with built-in sway control. We'll show you how this operates when you come to pick up your trailer. If you ever have to refresh your memory, just go to Husky centerline and watch their hookup video. Alright, this is just a little adapter to adapt your power cord down to a 15 amp. Just remember, you can't run the air conditioner on 15. This is a sprayer here, so if you need to spray anything down, you've got a little hose with a quick connect. This is the crank I told you about. There's also a smaller crank right here, if you could see it. The smaller crank is in case your tongue jack was to fail. You can pull the plug right out of here, put the crank in there and crank your power tongue jack manually to hitch it on the hitch to get yourself out of trouble. Alright, okay, let me look through here, see what we've got. I guess that's pretty much everything in there. So you got 2 LP tanks, deep cycle marine battery. We come around, your slide out's in at this moment. Let me look under here for you. Okay, so this is your water docking station. We're in the process of cleaning your trailer now, so it'll be much better shape once we clean it up. But that blue quick connect I showed you goes right here. Okay, you hook your city water up to here. Now I showed you there's a filler on the other side for your fresh water tank. You can also fill it from here. If you hook the city water hose right up to here and you've got it set for city water, the blue lever's in the vertical position. You can see if you look at that drawing, that's for city. But you also could flip it this way and you can also fill the tank with the very same hose you've got hooked up there. So there's two ways you can get water to the tank. Also, that's a switch for your water pump, and this is just a light. That's all it is. Okay. So normally you're going to be 9 times out of 10 you're just be using the city water here, but you do have the option to fill your tank also. Now this is a black tank flush right here. Okay. So let me show you what that is. Okay. Excuse me. So the black valve is for your black tank. Black tank holds toilet water and waste. To dump it, you just go like so. You pull it out. Your hose is already going to be on here, and the other one's going to be in the dump station. Second, you'll pull the gray valve. The gray is for the gray tank, which is sink and shower water. So you pull the toilet water and waste valve first, and then you do the gray one just because it's cleaner water and it'll clean out your hose. Okay. Then you can come up here and hook your hose right to the city water hookup right there. Excuse me. I'm sorry. To the black tank flush hook up there, and as long as your valve is open here, you can turn on the water and it'll spray the inside of your black tank and clean it off, get the sensors cleaned off, that sort of thing. Okay. All right. So it's all very simple. This is your power cord, obviously 30 amp, 30 feet long. Also, this housing up here tells us that we're pre-wired for a backup camera. Let me see if I can get a picture of it here. There, right there. So in the center of the screen there, you can see that's a housing for a backup camera. Just make sure you get the correct camera that fits into there, the correct brand and the correct size. We do sell them here, but either way, if you're going to use it, get the correct one that fits in there, okay? Also, while we're looking up, you have to inspect the seals on your trailer, your roof seals, every 3 times a season at least. So the manufacturer recommends in the spring, in the fall, and then once in the middle of the summer, you go up there or send somebody up there. You can walk around no problem. You check all the sealing down the roof, and you're looking for separation or cracking. Some years, sometime you'll see some, and when you do, you get it taken care of right away. Otherwise, you can get water inside your trailer, which you don't want, obviously. So that's not just this trailer; it's all trailers ever made. You have to inspect them, and this one's no different. So make sure you do that. Okay, let me get in here. I'm going to open this slide out here. See if he's out of the way here. We gotta. All right, let me see if I got room to get this out here. So this is the slide room button here. We're going to go out with it. You see the whole slide room going. I'm going to stop short of that door. He's got it wide open, which he shouldn't have. I guess he hasn't worked here that long. I'll put it the rest of the way out in a couple minutes when I'm sure he's out of the way. Totally oblivious to me. Okay. Alright, so here we are. So we got some light here. This is your awning your awning motor here. You just turn it on, extend or retract, send it in and out. Keep in mind that it goes out 8 feet, and you'll see the awning tube when you know it's out all the way. But the important thing is never leave it out unattended. If you're not going to be at the campsite, roll it back in so it doesn't get damaged by the wind or weather, okay? The damage happens very quickly, so it's good to keep it in. Alright, this are how you check your levels for your tanks. Your battery's charged, obviously, but looking at that. Then your freshwater tank is full, but it's going to be emptied by the time you pick it up. Black tank is empty. Gray is empty. This one looks like it actually has a little bit in it. This one has a second galley tank, which is actually the tank for the kitchen sink water. All right. So they graduate up in 1/3 increments, and when you get past 2/3, you're going to have to start thinking about dumping the tank. So keep that in mind. To light your water heater, you're just going to do it like this. To turn on your water pump, you just go like that. That's all there is to it. Like I said, always make sure there's water in your water heater before you turn it on. Okay. All right. So here we have your radio here and player, You also can stream off of USB here. You can hook up with Bluetooth and stream your video or audio from your phone or tablet. It has 2 different speaker zones. One is inside, 2 is outside, so it does a lot. And obviously it'll play through your TV also. This is where you would hook your TV up. This LED should always be on. You can shut it off by doing that, but it always should be on. That's a signal booster for the digital antenna. And of course you got a backing plate here. If you get a bracket, a swing out bracket, make sure you, if you can, spend a little extra money and get the one that locks into place when it's closed. That way you don't have to hang straps on it to keep it in place. It'll just lock that way. It's a much cleaner install. Alright, your refrigerator is a Dometic gas absorption refrigerator. It'll work on 110 AC or LP gas. So basically you turn it on right here and then you're going to go for auto. Auto means electric. The reason they call it auto is because it automatically seeks out electricity, and if it can't find it, it'll automatically switch over to gas. Or if you're running on electricity and you have a power outage, it'll automatically switch over to gas. Or if you're running on gas and it finds electricity, it'll automatically switch to electricity. So that's why they call it auto. You can also run it dedicated to gas when you're pulling down the road just by pushing this button here. But this is the most typical way of doing it. The other thing to know about this is to set the temperature. This device is a thermistor. You can see this is just a clip. The plastic piece on the fin there is just a clip, but the thermistor is on the end of this cable here, this wire. There's a round or a tan cylinder that's on the end of it. That's the actual thermistor. So it says on the sticker here, the higher you go with it, the cooler it is, and that's the rule of thumb. So you take it up as high as you can get it, and that'll make the refrigerator as cool as possible. You're almost always going to have it up all the way. Alright, so this device here is your power converter right here. So what this does is it converts 110 AC to 12 volt DC. So over on this side you can see is the AC side. It's got household type circuit breakers there, and they're labeled, and you can see them right here. Then the power is converted to 12 volt DC over here. You got 12 volt fuses here, and they're labeled right up there, right there. So if any of these fuses were to blow, they'll actually light up so you can see them through this perforation here. Okay. Also keep in mind that when you're plugged into shore power, this will charge your battery. So it always charges your battery for you as long as you're plugged in. So that's an important thing also. This device next to it here is your carbon monoxide and LP gas detector right here. So you can see it's green. It should always be green like that. I'll set it off here for you. Here, let me get in a better position so it don't completely fall over here. You can do a self-test with it, right? I'm trying to back up so you can see it right there. So it'll go through carbon monoxide, then LP gas detection. Okay, and then it goes back to green. It should always be green like that. Now if it goes off, obviously you take everybody outside, keep the door open, shut the gas off at the front and figure out what's going on. And if it's not green like that, then you get it serviced. Okay. Let me just look under here real quick when I look at how they operate this here. Okay. So this one you have to have a grill lighter in order to light the oven part of it. Let me see what we got here. Okay. So I'm seeing if there's gas on in here. I don't know if he's got it on or not, but we'll find out in a second. Yes. So you can see you just turn on the gas to light. You're going to turn this clockwise, right? And it sparks and lights your burners. To light your oven, you need a grill lighter with a long neck on it. You're going to go to pilot. Let's see if you can see that. To pilot, and then you depress it and hold it. While it's depressed, you come down here with your lighter and light the pilot light, which is at the back of the bottom of the oven, all the way in the back. Okay? So you'll light it, and once the flame lights, you'll continue to hold this in for another 10 seconds or so till it heats up. Then you go to operating temperature. It cycles normally. When you go back to off, keep in mind that the flame obviously goes up, but so does the pilot light, so you have to relight the pilot light each time you use the oven. Okay, your microwave works like any other microwave. That's the vent hood and light I told you about. Okay. Let's Let's see here, where are we at? You can drop the table here, take the poles out and drop the tabletop onto these cleats here and fill in the back with cushions, and you've got a bed. And this jackknife's flat, so you got another bed there if you jackknife it flat. Your thermostat is very simple. You just hit mode once to light it up. It's off right now. You see you go through auto, fan, auto AC, and furnace, and then back to off. The fan is just the air conditioner running without the compressor, so it just circulates air. Cool obviously is the air conditioner, and heat is the furnace. Now there's a lag time. When you push the button, you're going to have to wait 6 seconds or so before anything happens, whether you're turning things on or off. There's always a lag time though, so you got to be aware of that, because if you're not aware of it, it can throw you a bit. Okay, we're still in the cleaning mode here for your trailer, so we're still working on it, but let's see here. The thing to know is that this GFCI, all the plugs are wired through a GFCI, so even if you use no one outside and it pops, you can reset it here. The thing to know about the toilet is you have to have chemical in it, and you have to have water in it to start using it. So right here is a flush pedal right here. Right, so when you get to the campground, you're going to hook up your power, you're going to hook up your water, and then you'll come in here and you'll take your chemical, whichever chemical you use, you'll put it right, one dose right in there. Then you'll step on it, and you'll stand on the pedal long enough to put about a gallon of water in the tank. There's no way to tell exactly what that is, you just have to use your common sense. It has to have chemical and some water in there in order to start using it. So anytime you're starting with an empty black tank, you got to add chemical, and you got to add water. Alright, so I think we've pretty much got it. Here, I can put the room out the rest of the way. Now just close the door. So we'll start ratcheting when it gets all the way out. That's how you'll know. Like that. When it comes in, it does the same thing. So that's just so we can't overextend it or over-retract it. Like I said, or started to say before, you never want to get any antifreeze into the water heater tank. So when you're winterizing this trailer, you always got to bypass the water heater. That's every trailer's like that. Just keep that in mind. You have to research a bit on that. And I'm going to take this sticker off that says it's been winterized, because now it's actually de-winterized. It's ready to be camped in, so you know. Alrighty, so the last thing here, first of all, you have a backer plate for another TV up here in the bedroom, and you got antenna and power, so you can do that. And this escape window, just let me show you how it works in case you don't know. You just push this all the way through, right, and then you'll grab a hold. If you have to escape, you'll grab a hold of this red tab and pull the screen out. Push this the rest of the way through, of course, and out you go. So it's always a way to get out of the trailer if you need to get out in an emergency. Okay? Okay then. First of all, let me thank you for purchasing your trailer at National RV Detroit. And always remember to inspect your roof at least 3 times a ceiling. Inspect your roof approximately 3 times a season. In the spring and in the fall, and once in the middle of the summer. And always bypass your water heater before you pump any antifreeze into the system. Thank you very much.